Hey everybody, Dr. David Evans here. I'm so happy for all of you watching all over the world. We're excited to bring you another session of Pic TV Spotlight. I'm so happy for our great business African-American brother who's on with me again, Brother Kevin Tucker. You saw him in our last show. He's on again with us to do part 2. And he's talking about how to restore your credit. There's so many people out there in the world, all over the world, Kevin, who's again excited about trying to rebuild their credit. And you have a business that will help them to do just that. Come on, talk to us, sir.
Yes, my job is to help as many people as I can all over the world to have great credit again. Like I said before on my last segment, that, it's 75% of people right now that have bad credit in the United States. So we need more people to come out here and educate the people of how important it is to have great credit. And that's where I come in. So I definitely want you to get a chance. I want you to definitely check out my website. It's www.kevindtucker.com. I'm going to say it again. That website is www.kevindtucker.com. Go on that website and see exactly everything that we do and how much we have been helping so many people have great testimonies after getting their credit fixed.
Wow, we're excited about, your information, Brother Kevin. We were talking on our last segment, man, and even now about so many people who need some help in the area of restoring their credit. I'm a faith man, and you're a faith man. We don't hide our faith. And we've been together for over 12 years, man. And I'm so happy that you stepped out in faith, to try to educate our people and help our people. This is what the Pic TV Network is about. Again, Kevin, why are you excited about being a part of Pic Television Network?
There's a couple of reasons. One is inspiration. We live in a world now where sometimes it's hard to find inspiration. But when I come to the Pic TV Network, I find inspiration. When I think about the word inspiration, I think of the definition of being stimulated by something positive. And like I said before, there's so many different channels out here with all this negativity. But when you come to the Pic TV Network and you see the 24 different channels plus the more channels that's coming, you have nothing but positivity that you see, starting with the entertainment, the health channel, the on-demand channel, the hot topics. There's so many great channels, especially the channel that's coming out with the job fair channel, where there's so many people right now. We live in a world where over 62% of people are unemployed. That's a lot of people that's unemployed. So imagine having a channel that you can come on and see actual people helping you get a job. A lot of people will be definitely excited about that because we don't have that happening a lot. But with the Pic TV Network, you have nothing but the greatest channels because now you have an opportunity to sit back, relax, and enjoy a family-oriented channel, family-oriented network where you're allowed to be able to see things and get all the knowledge you need of all the areas in your life. And to me, that's powerful. And the second thing is because entertainment. Entertainment is so important. We need entertainment. For me, entertainment is an act of providing something enjoyment for the family household. Well, you got that when you watch the Pic TV Network. You have nothing but entertainment. You have nothing but smiling. You got nothing but great people getting an opportunity to have an opportunity to present themselves out here to show people like us that we too can make it, that we too don't have to be in a box and feel like we can't be able to just sky's the limit. Well, with the Pic TV Network, it gives you an opportunity to realize that you can be that star. You can be the star to show everyone that there is no limit when it comes to being successful when you have God on your side. So I thank you again, Dr. Evans, for just allowing us to be able to have the Pic TV Network in our household so that we can help and show other people how they too can be successful in every area of your life.
Yeah, Brother Kevin, you being a businessman, an entrepreneur, man, and being a father, family man for your daughter, for her to come home and say, Dad, I want to watch a program with you. And you don't have to worry about profanity. You don't have to worry about, pornography. You don't have to worry about something that she's going to look at and you say, turn it off. We don't look, we can't look at that, to really believe that she has a part in this, because one day we want her to have a show. Yeah. One day her to come on there and showcase to take over our place. Programming is so important, brother Kevin. We were growing up, we were talking about good times and we were talking about, the Jeffersons, and we talk about Sanford and Son, the shows we were watching coming up, in our time, but it's a new day, and our children have so many options. They have FaceTime, they have Instagram, they have YouTube, they have Live Me, they have TikTok. They have so many things to do. And when they come in a setting, when we come in, just want to watch a quality show, I think it's so important. And then when you can say, Brother Kevin, this is my show. This is our network. You feel that ownership. You feel that family. This is ours, So when she comes to turn it on, my dad is on there, and then she telling her friends, my pops is on here. How does that make you feel, Brother Kevin?
It makes me feel great because, so many kids out here now, they see this negative stuff that they see on TV and they go out there and try to imitate it. And that's why sometimes people end up getting hurt, because the fact they're trying to imitate these people that are negative influences for our kids. So it's so awesome to be able to know that now I don't have to feel that way when I watch the Pic TV Network with my family, because now they're going to see nothing but to imitate nothing but positive things. We need more positivity in the world now. So what a blessing it is to have a network where you can actually have that positivity that we've been looking for. It's so hard now. I'm telling you, with all the money we pay for cable, for you to pay all this money and you see nothing but negative, negative, negative. Now it's truly a blessing through ROKU that now I can actually watch a positive network with my family and don't have no fear at all that they're going to see something that they do not want, that they shouldn't be seeing at the time they're watching it. So I thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, we're in this thing together, man. When we're talking about entertainment, there's some shows like, Boys in the Hood, and there's some other shows, man, that we watch with, on TV and movies, man. Like you said, you see that, next thing you know, you want to get a gun. You want to start shooting people. And, I just think, Brother Kevin, that we have to really reprogram. So when we talk about education and process of learning, we need to have educational programs, especially with African Americans leading the way. We've been in front, and you're talking about restoring credit, and we've talked a little bit about our food channel. We're talking about the cooking channel. We talked about our new channel. We're talking about our Black Health channel, and you were talking about how important it is to work out and for us to have our tests, our cholesterol tests, and diabetes, and high blood pressure. We talked about how it's important to have a colonoscopy, and for women to get their exams that they need to do, so we won't have our kids afraid to go to the dentist, afraid to do this. If we have images up there of our people doing positive things, it'll make them want to do positive things.
Yes, I definitely agree with that, because we do live in a society where, especially with men, we're scared to go to the doctor. But we need to make sure, and see, this is a great thing about the Pic Network and how the Pic Network would give us the portrayal to understand the importance of going to the doctor. You don't have to be afraid. It's so important to get your mammograms. It's so important to get your colonoscopy. It's so important to check your cholesterol, your diabetes, your high blood pressure. It's so important to know whatever it is that's going on in your body to catch it early. A lot of times, a lot of people will have been saved if they would have caught wherever the issue was early. So this is the great thing about the Pic Network, that you can actually turn your TV on, go to the health channel, and they'll show you different ways and different doctors and different tests that is so important for young men and young women to get, so that we don't fall in that category of someone who was scared to go to the doctor, or someone who loses their life because we were so scared to go get checked and found out that our high blood pressure was too high, or our cholesterol was too high. So this is definitely a blessing in disguise for a lot of us, because the fact that we can now go on TV and hear from live doctors who can tell us the right information to make sure that we're doing the necessary things to make sure we get into the doctor's office to get our checkups, and the dentist's office to get our teeth clean, and all the necessary things we need for our body to function so that we can live and be a blessing to others.
You're 100% right. Brother Kevin, there's so many people watching us. They're popping in now, saying thank you for the information. Amen. They're responding. How do you feel, Brother Kevin, when you look on the screen, man, and the Pic Television Network is not only in the United States, but all of these countries? But how does that make you feel, bro?
It makes me feel good. So that's why I want to first of all start off by saying happy holidays, not to just the people in the United States, but the United Kingdom, Germany, Panama, Ireland, Peru, Chile, Canada. It's so many different countries on here. To me, that makes me feel great because it lets me know that this network is definitely a network that you want to be close to. Because if all these people from other countries want to be involved in this network, it lets you know even further how much the blessing it is that God has opened this door for Dr. Evans to be able to have his personal Pic network on TV, and it's awesome. I'm telling you, one of the things that I love is going to these other countries. A lot of these countries sometimes don't have the ability to have these things, but to see these countries on here now having the ability to watch and learn knowledge about health, learn knowledge about wealth, to learn knowledge about getting a job. This is truly, truly a blessing. So my answer is I'm excited. I'm truly excited, and I can't wait to see what is else to come.
Yeah, we're a brand new network, and that's an amazing point too, Brother Kevin. Some people say, Dr. Evans, why did you come on and you having your image like you have? Because I want to present the best. People didn't even know that, we are intellectually strong. We professionally image strong. We have a whole lot to offer to the world and to society. And we have brothers on like you, Brother Campbell, who have your own business, man. I think this is the role models that we need so that people can believe in the best versions of themselves. So when other countries look at the Pic Television Network, they're not looking at women shaking their body and men displaying their muscles. They're looking at our mind and seeing how we can present something on television and to the world that we have a station that will not only entertain you, not only to inspire you, but we're also going to inform you and we're going to educate you. We're going to bring you the best. Somebody turns on a channel and then they see something to help them get a job. That meets another level. That means they can provide food to their families. That means they can pay their bills. That means they can restore their credit. And education is the process of learning. We have to be educated. It's so sad, Brother Kevin, that a lot of our African-American folk are the last people to find out. And, we're talking about now 2021, which your show will be on. And, people talking about, should I take the shot, for the COVID-19? Are you going to, get the vaccine? Some people saying they will, some people saying they won't, but the world has changed. We are in a whole different world that we have never been before. And I tell people all the time that, thinking about the next level, because they're talking about the president is going to get the vaccine, and so an example. They know things that we don't know. They already know that once you get the vaccine, it's going to track you all over the world. Wherever you fly, they'll know you got it. Wherever you went to the doctor, they'll know whether you have it or not. Whatever you do, it's going to be a track. We already are numbered all over the world. Everybody has a number, so and they can find you if they want to, from the higher investigations. So the world is going to change. And a lot of people don't know too, Brother Kevin, is to go off the track for a minute. There's the World Council and the United Nations and higher groups of people in higher places. They were already planning to meet before COVID-19 to have a one world government. That's coming. That's already coming. So this is a form of biblical prophecy that we're in. I don't really want to go into that because we'll talk about this for a minute, but I just want to get your opinion. And I know I'm throwing this at you, Brother Kevin. As far as people talking about I'm taking them, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to watch this person. I'm watching. But the world is going to be designed that they're going to know who has it and who don't have it. Because you think about it now, everybody who has COVID-19, they don't want to be around you. Whether you're in the hospitals are full. They can't even hardly have no more beds. And then for somebody the first thing they're going to ask you, because I've been to virtual appointments, did you have the COVID-19 test or not? I already had it. I had the test. Mine came back negative, thank God. So they're going to keep that. Yeah, that's not going to disappear off the records. So they're going to know, So it's the path that we're going down in our world today, Brother Kevin. That a lot of people, again, they're going to make that decision. That's up to them. But we're living in a world today that we have to meet the holistic need and set an example for our children. I heard a statistic that more young people are coming to the Lord than any other generation on the face of this earth. They're getting close into their faith. Their faith is developing. They're coming to the Lord. More young people than any other generation are coming to the Lord through the midst of COVID-19. And maybe, that's a blessing in disguise. Come on, brother.
I definitely agree, because just like you said, the word of God had already said that all these things was going to happen. And now like coming to fruition. And, the COVID-19 shot, I was reading this book called The Sad Truth. And one of the things the book was saying was that a lot of these shots that we're getting, like the flu shot, they have like cancer things already embedded in those shots. So a lot of times we end up taking stuff that we don't even know the complete truth about what we're taking. So it's very, very important that people do their research at this time. This is another good reason why the Pic Network is around, because it's going to have doctors on there so you can actually hear the truth about the importance of knowing your research about what you're getting ready to take when it comes to the COVID shot or any shot that the doctors are telling you to take. Because we got to be really, really careful, because a lot of times we would take stuff and then next thing you know, a couple of years or a couple of months later, you start having retract from it, and then you wonder where it's coming from, and it's because that shot or something that they told you will be helpful for you, and in reality, it's not really to be helpful. It's just something to give you a temporary fix. And see, to me, I think that's really, really dangerous, and this is why it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, that we read, that we do our research, that we make sure we do the things the healthy way. Like I was saying before earlier, taking stuff that's healthy, sea moss, black seed oil. There's so many different things, zinc, things that's vitamin D, vitamin C, the things that are healthy that we can put in our bodies instead of the stuff that they're giving us that we have really no knowledge about. Just because someone in a higher power say, hey, take this, we don't even do our research. We just take it, and then we wonder why later on we have complications with our body. So I'm telling you, this is why the Pic Network is such a blessing, because now we were able to tune in and hear from doctors that even can agree that what me and Dr. Evans was saying is that it's so important to be careful what we inject in our body. It is really scary where we get to this point where, like he said, they can be able to track you wherever you at. That's scary, So it's like it's coming to a one world order, and we have to make sure that we are smart enough to make sure that we don't do anything that we don't have to do.
Yeah, that's awesome, brother Kevin. When we think about where we are in our timeline, and we have to really, really get educated. And I thank God for this time that we're in today, that we won't be the last ones to find out, because again, the people who are in higher places, the doctors, the scientists, they already have their mind and target on how they're going to do some certain things. They're testing things right now. And I know for a fact that there is a plan with the social media aspect. There's a plan with the government. There's a plan of control. They have to do that. There's 8.5 billion people on the earth, and they have to have some control over who gets what. And it's many times, brother Kevin, that if you're in a certain level, especially in the African American community, they want you to be the last to find out. And I was telling some more brothers, that's why it's so important for us to have the Black Health Channel and about eating. Why is it in our neighborhoods you got Popeyes, you got a McDonald's or Crackdonald's, you have every kind of Chinese place you can think of, you have Wendy's, you have all of these processed food places in our neighborhoods with grease and sugar and salt and all of these preservative, all of these things are in our neighborhood for our people for a reason. When I drive and eat at Whole Foods in Alexandria, Virginia, or I eat at Sweet Greens, the food is just fresh. And I come back across the bridge in Oxon Hill, Clinton, Maryland, the food is different. The fruit is different. It's just a sad thing, Brother Kevin, that when you look at our community, which I live in a community that I shop and I get my food, I get my groceries, but when I shop at different places further out, Tyson's Corner, go further out, McLean, Virginia, totally different, and it has to be designed that way, for us. And, again, there's certain restaurants and even certain products, Brother Kevin, this is deep. There's certain products on those shelves out there that they don't even have in our area. And as you stated, which was so awesome, man, was even in the midst of COVID-19, when all the shelves was empty, the vitamin area was full. That's what we need the most, So I think, when we talk about the Pic Network and we talk about information like this we're doing on our network, is so important for our people to understand and gather around, because this is life-saving information, Brother Kevin.
I definitely agree. And, we live in a society now where people make excuses for everything, especially when it comes to their health, when it comes to working out, when it comes to reading, and I tell people all the time, excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. And the more excuses you use, the bigger your house becomes. So we have to make sure that we remove ourselves out of that possibility that we are someone that makes excuses, because if you keep making excuses, you will never move forward to where you're supposed to be. So I believe and know that God has a plan and a purpose for us all. And we have to be obedient to hear what he has to do and make sure that we're doing the necessary things, especially when it comes to what we put in our bodies. The little things that we think is okay, it's not going to hurt. It adds up. And after a while, it adds up and adds up and adds up. And next thing you know, you go to the doctor and you find out you got all these elements. This is why it's so important that we have to find time to take care of our health. I don't care what's going on through the course of a day. We got to find the time to work out. Even if it's in your house, you don't have to go to a gym. They got videos you can watch. The Pic Network has videos that's coming out now where you can actually have workout videos. You have everything right here in your hand disclosure. All we have to do is remove the excuses and do what's necessary so that we can live, so that we can educate the masses and do the things that we need to, so that we can grow as a family and make sure that we don't do the things that the government is trying to get us to do, like taking these shots that can take us out. We have to be smart in that, ladies and gentlemen. We got to make sure that we use our head at all times and do the things that's out here. The positive information that we're getting tonight on this video right here is so important, because if you get this information and you don't do nothing with it, it's just a waste of time. So you have to make sure you take this information you're getting tonight and understand the importance of why you definitely want to make sure you take care of your health and you want to be a part of the Pic TV network.
Yeah, Brother Kevin, we got 45 million people around the world watching our television network, in Mexico, United Kingdom, Germany, Panama, Ireland, Peru, Chile, all over the world, Canada, Colombia, France, Brazil, watching our network. And our people, we have to be the first ones. We have to be the first partaker. This is an African-American owned network. So why not us take advantage of the information that we need? I think a lot of times, Brother Kevin, we've been so entertained and we have models on television who are great, doing great things. But, if I strike rich, the first thing I'm going to get is the Bentley. Then I'm going to get me a private yacht on the island. And then I'm going to get me this. And like you said, what about your health? Getting all of these things, what did the profit of man to gain the world, lose his soul? What about the things that you're going to do to leave generation wealth to your family? What about your credit? It's so sad, Brother Kevin, because you're a financial expert and you with your business helping restore credit. How many people have hit the lottery for millions of dollars and then 2 years from there, they broke all over again? How many people have came into situations where they got so much money, but not the right management, and then they broke all over again? I believe money only makes you more of what you already are. If I'm dealing with drugs, I'm gonna have more ways to get it. You know, if I have the weakness, I'm a more way to support that weakness. It only makes you more what you already are. And I believe when we're born, God gives us a special talent, gifts, and ability, and we have to use those talent, gifts, and ability. And as we grow, to bless more people. You know, so when I look at people like you coming on with a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information on the Pic Television Network to have a show, man, it just makes my heart warm. It makes my heart glad because there's not going to be any foolishness. There's not going to be something that you're going to be saying that will just, take advantage of somebody's mistakes or undermine somebody or use somebody. I really believe, and this is just me, brother Kevin, that we've been entertained most of our life. You know, we've been entertained, and you had the definition of that a few minutes ago. We've been entertained, but we now have to move to be educated. We have to now be the first ones to find out, not the last ones to find out. We have to be inspired. We have to be on the front line to get information. And like you said, take that information, use that information to move up higher. Come on, Brother Kevin.
That is so powerful. And you're so right. We have been entertained so much because we see the young kids, they see these videos, these rap videos, and then they see these expensive cars and jewelry, and they think that they can get the same thing, not realizing that those expensive cars are being rented, the jewelry's being rented, the money's fake. So the entertainment industry is real smart in knowing how to make stuff look so good to make you want to go out there and get it. And then when you go out there and get it and you don't have the wealth of knowledge to know how to handle it when you have it, you're going to lose it. Just like you just said, you're going to lose it just as fast as you got it. This is why it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, to read. Pick up a book, look at wealth of knowledge, and start reading things that's going to help you grow in the area of wisdom, grow in the area of finances. Because if you don't, all you're going to do is get all these things that you see on TV that's entertaining you, and it's going to lead you down to a trap. It's like the Bible says, it's like the blind leading the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, they should both fall into the ditch. And that's what the entertainment industry is excited about, that they're leading you blindly so that you can fall into the ditch, or they can leave you there, and then you'll be set for life of sitting in a hole trying to figure out, how did I get here? Don't always believe everything you see on TV. Sometimes the media will tell you what you want to hear so that they can go ahead and push you in the direction that they're trying to push you into. Your health and your wealth and your credit is important. If you want to have success in life, you want to make sure first you put God first, and then you make sure you take care of the necessary things as your credit and your health. Because just like you said earlier, you can have all the money in the world, but guess what? If you do not take care of your health and you end up having to go to the grave, guess what? All that money is not going to mean nothing. You can't take it with you. So this is why it's so important right now. You as an individual, all of us together need to come together and figure out a way, a plan, say, you know what? It's time today to take control of my health again.
That's awesome, Brother Kevin. And man, I just thank God for the platform that we have on the Pic TV Network, where we can be in the driver's seat of having our own network, and we don't have to go by the restrictions or rules of a Paramount or a Disney or an NBC or ABC or CBS or whoever. Thank God for what they're doing. Thank God for the contracts. Thank God. But when you come to that level where they say, you better do it this way or you out, or you better do it how we want you to do it or you out, we don't have to worry about that. We can talk about Black health. We can give you statistics. We can tell you about what's happening in our community. We can give you down to earth information, why it's important to work out, So when we're talking about the Pic Television Network, we are in a position now where we can reach 43 million people around the world and present the best, in information from our people. And you don't have to have a Hollywood name. You can be a Kevin Tucker and just have just as much wealth and knowledge to help somebody. If somebody's drowning in some water, you don't have to be a star to pull them out. You can just have a good heart to pull them out of that water, to help them not to drown. This is what we want to do in the Pic TV Network. We want to change the mentality of our people going out there again, just taking their clothes off or showing their body. We want to show our mind, and seeing we are intelligent. We want to one of the smartest, intelligent people in the world. and we can be in a position through the Pic Television Network to showcase that image, to showcase what we can do from the highest level of African Americans and Caucasians and Hispanics. But we want to bring the best to our people. I think we should, be at the place, Brother Kevin, now that when God gives us a platform that we have now, we don't want to blow it. We don't want to blow it for money. We don't want to blow it for a contract. We don't want to blow it for compromising. When we see all of these countries on here tonight, we want to make sure that we have an image. We want to make sure that we have something to offer people worth their time. Come on, Brother Kevin.
I definitely agree with that, because we can take countless times of how now we don't have that positivity that we need. It's so important now, and especially as we come to the close of 2020, how important it is now that we surround ourselves with some positive people. Because let's say that you are the sum total of the 5 people you hang with. So you want to make sure that this is the time now where you want to be a part of this network right here, because this network is about to go to beyond what we expect, right? Right now, we see what we see now, but just imagine what God is getting ready to do with this network because of the fact of the obedience of Dr. Evans. He is so obedient, and his heart is full of gold and want to help people. And see, who wouldn't want to be a part of a network where you have someone who's control the network, who loves helping people, who most of all loves God. That's the number one thing that I love the most about the network too, of how you can just feel the spirit of God through this network, because the fact of how the TV shows are great and how the wealth of knowledge can help so many people. This is truly what we needed for 2020 as we get ready to get 2021. The Pic Network is what we needed, because for me personally, I know for a fact, I don't want my family to have a life of growing up and believing that everything has to be negative, when there's definitely positive stuff out here. But so much negativity in the world has taken over the world that we don't realize there's positive things out here, such as the Pic Network. So this is why I'm so excited to be a part of this network, because the whole thing that I love the most is watch what God is getting ready to do. Watch what God is getting ready to do with the Pic Network. It is about to be unbelievable for everyone watching, and for the ones who are seeing it from all over the world. Like I said, France, Argentina, Nicaragua, Colombia, Mexico. Watch what God is getting ready to do with this network, and you're going to be excited.
When we're talking on our last show, Brother Kevin, how the Lord has evened the field. You can look at stars or anybody else. Everybody's doing presentations where they're using platforms to come on like we're doing now. We don't have to have the multi-billion-dollar studios. We don't have to have the directors directing the crowd and everybody in there. It's about using what you have here. What you've been blessed to share from your mind. And this is a perfect time for Pic. So God had it before the foundation of the world for us to be in a position that we would come on and reach 45 million people around the world with some positive information. And at the end of the day, he would be glorified. So when you think about, Brother Kevin, our workout channel, man, and we have Christian believers on there, man, who leading it. Then comedy. We have believers, man, and showcasing their talents, gifts, and abilities, and yourself. And we're not excluding anybody or pushing anybody to the side, but we want you to believe in the best version of yourself when you come on Pic. We want you to be a part of something that will present the positive image. We've been so accustomed to looking at the outward man, but we forget about the inward man that must be renewed day by day. So we have to realize that there's something on the inside greater than the outside, So by us being a role model for your daughter, Brother Kevin, for her coming up and her going to be sitting in our seat and her having her show as she grows up, this is what we want to do. We want to have that generation torch that we'll pass it on to the next generation. And there's people like Ray Kroc from McDonald's, and you have Colonel Sanders. That was generational. They started out one day like us with just a thought, a hamper, and it hit generation wealth. They would their family would never be broke again because they hit the timing of something and it expanded over. It expanded, so we help praying that the Pic Television Network will take over and, be a station where people want to watch. They don't have to worry about the foolishness. They don't have to worry about, the profanity and just out of control sexual things. And they don't have to worry about things that, people shooting and killing each other, and just, they don't have to worry about something where there's good, clean content. I can't tell you how many times I went to movies, Brother Kevin. I just walked out, man. I paid my money. I went in there and I thought it was going to be a good, like the next 10 minutes, I walked out. I just, because I just couldn't sit there and let that feed my spirit.
Yes.
Come on, Brother Kevin, before we close.
I definitely agree. This is what I love the most, is that this also gives people hope that all it takes is a seed. And if you keep watering it, it's going to grow. You had a vision and you just started watering it and watering it. And now look where your vision has led you to. And this is a great example for all of us who's watching, that we can do anything. The Bible says we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So if we believe that, we can't just quote the scripture and just say it and not have no belief in it. Faith without works is dead, right? So with that, we have to make sure that we believe in ourselves, that we can do anything. And the Pic Network and Dr. Evans is giving us hope to believe that we can do anything. It's so much knowledge. It's so many things now that we can do, especially because of the COVID, that it can open up the horizon for our minds to be able to do way more than we expect. I thank God that families, like you said, can actually watch this. I have the opportunity now that my girlfriend, she has ROKU, that now she can actually set it up and we can watch it together when we come together and watch movies together, that we can now sit there and realize that we can actually watch something positive and be happy about turning the TV on, instead of feeling like, oh man, well, we about to watch it, somebody gonna get hurt, somebody gonna get killed. So this is so awesome that with the Pic TV Network, we don't have to worry about none of that. This right here is truly a blessing for families, for kids. Like you said, my daughter, having faith and hope that she can have her own TV show, her own network one day. This is truly a blessing in itself. And like you said, there's certain things out here now that's feeding our temple that's not good for us. And this is why people are acting the way they're acting. With the Pic TV Network, I see so much more getting ready to happen. And I'm so excited for you.
Well, we're working together. I'm excited, Brother Kevin, that you have taken time out, man, to help make our dream come true, man, by sharing information and being a family man, and being a brother. We've been friends for over 12 years, and to see what you have done in social media, on Facebook and Instagram, and now to bring that same knowledge to the Pic Television Network to expand that audience is amazing. I have some friends that are watching, brother, Pastor Sturtevant, my good friend, man. Man, we got to get you on. We got to get Pastor Sturtevant on here, man. We got to get him on. Sharon Cooper, thank you for watching. Yolanda Edwards, Tampa, Florida. Yvonne Edwards, Charlotte, North Carolina. We have some other, Stephen Evans from Hollywood, California. I want to give a shout out to my son, Stephen, too. He has a movie coming out. He's playing the music for the music play called Hollywood Heartbreak on the 16th of December. He did the music for that. He's with Sony Records. My son will be coming home for the holidays. Can't wait to see my son. He's going to be on with us. He was on the stage with Post Malone and J-Lo. So my son, Stephen Evans, he just did something with Charlie Wilson, the Valentine song. He's been doing some big things in Hollywood. So, Kanye West, you name it, my son been in that arena with music, setting up plays, doing stage plays, did something for Tyler Perry, something on that level. So he's already out there. And for him to be my son and to be in that arena at the right time, we're going to introduce Pic TV Network. We're going to slip Pic TV Network in there, and then that's going to give us a whole different audience of reaching people. And God has a way to doing things that is so awesome. God is just so awesome. And why wouldn't God want to do something like this? Why wouldn't God want to take something that he's building to bless people and we be in control? So many times, Brother Kevin, when we turn on the television, somebody's already programmed that show that's coming on. It just don't haphazardly pop on. They already know it's the actors. They already have the stage set. They already have the lights. They already have programmed everything that you're seeing. So, and then there's somebody on another level who's authorizing that content to be on. They authorizing that. They're not for the Pic TV Network. They're not. They're not for the Pic TV Network. They're part of the problem.
Yeah, that is so true.
They got money, they got clout, they got status, and they're going with the game, and you don't have to play those games on the Pic TV Network because, when it comes to convictions, when it comes to things that we want to be on the tech platform that's reaching the world, we want to have a different image, especially when it comes to the 4 areas that we talked about, the four wheels on Pic. It's the education, the process of learning, the inspiration, the information, the entertainment. We want everything to be a holistic channel, so you just don't want to look at Pic Television Network and just see something and say, oh man, why in the world? Nah, we want you to be able to look at it in different shows and programs that you'll be saying, wow, man, this is awesome, man. And if I need some inspiration, boom, I turn it on, I see Noel Jones. If I need some something about job or information about how to better my credit, boom, I turn it on. Here's Kevin Tucker. If I need to work out, boom, I turn it on. I got my workout channel. If I want to watch a movie and chill out, I got my movie channel. If I wanted to sit back and just chill and listen to some music, we got a new music channel. And I don't have to worry about the profanity. I don't have to worry about the guns shooting every 5 minutes. I don't have to worry about people taking their clothes off, getting busy. I don't have to worry about, the latest thing that, I don't want to hear and I don't want to see and I don't want nobody to see. I don't have to worry about all those ratings that's going to pop up. And I know, why am I looking at this? It's not supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. But when we're in the driver's seat, Brother Kevin, and building a brand new network from scratch, man, we can design the house like we want to, and everybody who comes to the house can be blessed when they come into to see our Pic Television Network. Man, I'm so happy, man. We get on here, man. We just don't want to stop, bro. Before we close, man, how they can get in touch with you and if they want to restore their credit.
Yes. First of all, my website, once again, is www.kevindtucker.com. That's www.kevindtucker.com. And my cell phone number is 301-787-0086. That's 301-787-0086.
Yeah, and this brother is so awesome. He is a gift to the body of Christ. He's a gift to the world. He believes in what he's doing to help people. And the Pic Television Network is just an avenue to get him out there to do what he's doing. Brother Kevin, you also have a platform on Facebook, and I know, some people may tune in. Is there a particular day you come on and do something on your social media platform?
No. Usually I just go on any particular day, but now I'll be trying to come a lot. Most of the time, I'll try to come on Thursdays because it's close to the end of the week, and it gives people time to actually get on. So usually around 7 or 8 o'clock, I'll come on. I don't want to be on there too late because I know people may have to get up to go to work in the morning. So usually Thursdays from 7 to 8 is usually when I come on and do my Facebook Live video. So if you're interested in learning how to fix your credit, if you're interested in learning what I do, definitely check me out on Facebook Live between 7 and 8 on Thursdays.
Yeah, and I'm so happy, Brother Kevin. A lot of people watching us, man, and saying, I really enjoy what I'm seeing. I really want to be a part of the Pic TV Network, and this is why we want you, those who are watching right now, you can be a part of it. All you have to do is email the pictvnetwork@gmail.com, and I want to thank God for Brother Kevin Tucker, and he'll have his own show on. He'll be rolling with you from information on how to restore your credit. And there's a seed, Brother Kevin. You was talking about you're going to plant a seed to help us.
Yes, yes. I'm actually planting a seed to help the Pic TV network, and I'm encouraging everyone who's watching this video, please, please do me a favor. You know, it's such a blessing when you can be a blessing to someone else. So please make sure you definitely help out this network. You know, this is truly going to be a blessing for you, your family, and to everyone around the world. So everyone watching this video, please do me a favor and please sow a seed to Dr. Evans Network. Please, so we can make sure that we can continuously have a positive, awesome, blessed, great show for all of us to watch.
All right, Brother Kevin. And what I love about it, man, we African American owned. You know, when we come back on our next show, we're going to talk a little bit more about, you know, how important it is for you to see another African American on top, you know, doing things, man, to help people, you know, not to take advantage of anybody, but to give more back to, I believe, you know, too much is given, much is required. And when God gives you a lot, he wants you to give a lot, you know. So when we come back on our next segment, we're going to talk about, you know, how you're giving and how Pic TV Network can give and how we can give together to help people around the world. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Next time.